A lot of people ask me, why Red Shoe Homes? What is with that name? Well, the fun fact of this is I didn't even know how to walk in high heels until I was 29 years old. So I was a sports girl and I would never bear to put those on my feet ever. So I was recently a single mom. I had left an unhealthy relationship and it was just myself and my daughter, and struggling to make ends meet, and having to pay my mortgage, and how do I get food this week? I remember getting a Christmas gift and returning it, and so I could feed my daughter her lunches for the week. So learning how to walk in those heels was something new, scary, as was my life at the time. I had a friend of mine who basically said, Dionne, you gotta get out there and you gotta get moving, and you're gonna learn how to walk in those high heels, not red shoes, just those high heels. And we did that. We walked up and down the street, my daughter beside me, holding my hand, making sure I didn't teeter over, and from there on, that was a big symbol of moving forward and strength for me. It wasn't until I actually had met my husband now, and from that we grew our family. We have now 4 daughters, and on Olivia, who's my youngest, when she was 1, is when we decided that I was going to actually become a real estate agent. And my husband was working away, and I asked him, I said, can I take my license? And he said I had to sell 1 house in order to pay for my schooling, and I sold 24 my first year. I wanted to be different. I wanted something that would stand out, and at Keller Williams, they asked us to do a biography of who we are, and that when you have to write about yourself, it's the hardest thing to do. So I asked friends for some help on that, and they gave me some great words to use. Another one that kept coming up was my heels, and I didn't realize at that time that the heels had become an actual part of visually who people saw me as. So they kept coming up, and I looked at my husband, I said, I think I want to do this on my very first business card ever, these red shoes. I always wanted it to be something bigger, and when we decided to grow the team, it can be, and it is something bigger, and we were able to take those little pair of red shoes of those single woman walking by herself and now have 4 sets. I am so blessed to have the women that we have surrounding me on the team, and we really are truly a team. We're a family. We have Michelle and Siobhan, and we have Sammy, and our newest member, Jane. We laugh, we cry, we vent, we do all these amazing things together. Even if it's just sitting around having a glass of wine and sharing stories of our past, we have a great time together. They empower me more than I think I could ever empower them. It's really a privilege to have people like that. They're like my sisters as opposed to co-workers or anything like that. I really do believe we're like family. I always say I'm in the people business, and it just happened to sell them houses.